Ja, hallo und willkommen zurück zu Tahira. Wir sind hier immer noch die letzten Überlebenden jetzt quasi von denen am Abmetzeln. Eine Einheit hatte ich verloren, die habe ich hier, ich glaube eine Einheit war es, die habe ich hier etwas dumm hingestellt. Aber ansonsten läuft es ganz gut. Den ziehen wir jetzt wieder zurück. Damit haben wir jetzt die Bogenschützen abgemetzelt. Es kann sein, dass der gleich nach vorne gelaufen kommt, um den anzugreifen. Kann ich aber auch mit leben. Ja. Tut er, okay. Oh, und die stellen sich auch nach vorne. Aha. Okay. Jetzt müssen wir den auf jeden Fall umbringen und dann weglaufen. Fangen wir hier an. Und dann der. Dann hat er nämlich auch wieder einen Will. Jetzt haben die den anderen natürlich auch komplett den Weg verbaut. Das heißt, die können da auch gar nicht mehr ran. Jetzt kann ich mich mit meinen Leuten eigentlich an die Bogenschützen ranstellen. Der da oben, der würde rankommen können. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Der würde bis dahin laufen können. Aber das ist auch der... Ne, der da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Der wird wahrscheinlich gleich sogar angreifen. Ist es das wert, da jetzt einmal den Sword Dive reinzumachen, um die beiden quasi dann töten zu können? Wir könnten auch erstmal warten, bis der gezogen hat. Ich glaube, das ist am klügsten, bevor ich da reinlaufe. Ja. Ja, okay, das war sehr gut. Die werden nämlich jetzt nicht mehr ziehen und jetzt kann ich die einfach auseinander... Also komplett zerlegen. Und kann gleich wieder weglaufen. Da können wir einmal schlagen, da können wir einmal schlagen. Da habe ich leider keinen, den ich da hinstellen könnte. Doch, der da ist ja auch noch da. Machen wir mal so. Aha. Na, der stirbt leider nicht. Es sei denn, wir machen einen Crushing. Gehen wir noch eins nach vorne, dann haben wir den einen auch noch mit. Und dann kann der sich zumindest schon mal wieder ein bisschen zurückziehen. Naja, passt so. Den kann auch der andere gleich auf seinem Weg nach Hause umbringen. Ja, fertig. Ach, das geht so. Okay, müssen wir mit dem hier machen. Jetzt käme der nochmal dran. Der wird natürlich jetzt auf den schießen. Oder auf... Na, da kann er, glaube ich, nicht hinschießen. Mhm. Ist okay. Ich vermute mal, dass die da jetzt runterkommen werden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zumindest der eine. Aber eben haben sie sich auch so dumm angestellt und es nicht gemacht. Tun sie aber dieses Mal. Haben wir wieder einen. Aber das ist in dem Fall schon eher schlechte KI, würde ich sagen. Weil es gibt ja eigentlich keinen gescheiten Grund, wieso die das so machen sollten. Also, dass die da oben stehen bleiben. Mhm. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wenn wir die wieder anlocken wollen, dann müssen wir uns weiter nach vorne stellen. Machen wir das so. Mhm. Mhm. Die hat auch noch gar nichts gemacht. Na ja, gut, da kommen wir so oder so nicht hin. Das ist aber einer der stärkeren. Könnten den mit dem einmal schlagen. Hm, 48. Das reicht nicht. Naja, gut, da muss einer den gleich stunnen. Das passt schon. Ja, ja, jetzt kommt der Schütze wieder. Piu. Doch, das reicht. Na, der hätte das gerade nicht machen sollen, aber ist egal. Ups. Okay, jetzt kommen die nächsten. Ja. Ja. Plöpp. Bams. So, und der ja kann ihn beim nächsten Mal töten und sich dann auch heilen. Und der ja stellt sich schon mal hier hin. dahin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Der läuft dann beim nächsten Mal hin und bringt den um. Eins, zwei, drei, 4, 5, 6. Also muss da 1 weiterziehen. Eins, zwei, drei, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Mhm. Ja, die sind nicht die cleversten da oben. So, dann holen wir uns die nächsten. Eins, zwei, drei, 4. Na, das müssen wir noch nicht mal so weit laufen. Mhm. Ah, da hätte ich vorher noch den anderen hinstellen sollen. Mhm. Ah, das reicht auch nicht. Den lassen wir wieder ankommen. Ach, Quatsch. Ist auch eigentlich wurscht. So, weiter. Weiter, weiter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da wird er jetzt ankommen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Der hat halt jetzt kein Dings mehr, keine Verteidigung mehr. Okay. Die machen den anderen jetzt quasi den Weg frei. An der nicht. Aha. Ja, passt. Mhm. Das war auf jeden Fall extrem dumme KI in diesem Kampf. That's the last one. Get the civilians up and let's get out of here. Master Merchant, we meet again. You've done a good job of keeping yourselves alive, I see. Kind Lord Baruti, I am thankful you and your forces could liberate me from the unwashed hands of these men. They drank most of my best wines and ales. A loss, to be sure, but I imagine it is nothing compared to your grief over your dead family. Of course, I think only of my lost wares to prolong my resistance to the despair that eats at my heart. My poor wife and daughter... Ah, grief addles my mind. I meant to say my dead wife and son. My poor boy, young Hosni, he had not yet seen 6 summers, sweet, sweet child. Indeed, the loss of a child is a terrible blow. I am sure you would not want to see any other people needlessly lose their lives. Of course not, Lord Baruti. I would not see another soul suffer if I can help it. Good then, I will entrust the transport of these civilians up to Bar Aid to you. It will be my pleasure. Come, friends, climb aboard. Abdullah, was auch immer. Achso, er. Yes, Lord Baruti? Go with the civilians and assess the situation in Bar Aid. I expect you to be ready with a full report when we arrive. Yes, sir. Good. Then you had best all get on the road. Was? Then you had best all get on the road now? What the hell? Whatever. It is a steep climb from here. Well, that's done with. He seems a most peculiar man, that one. Is it wise to trust him, Baruti? I don't trust him, Claw, but he's harmless enough, I think. Nothing Abdullah won't be able to deal with, at any rate. Tahira, how are you faring? You've barely spoken a word since you collapsed. I feel a lot better than I did. What happened? One moment you were trying to break the rock, then suddenly it looked like something was pushing you back. None of you saw the white woman? I saw nothing. She was there. She blocked my beam and turned it back in onto me. We believe you, Tahira. Perhaps she's one of the invaders. She could be one of the consuls we heard them speak of. Maybe. Beware the words of angels if you meet them on the road. That's the last thing. That's the last thing Father said to me before he... She may have been whom he meant, though she spoke no words to me. Pah, angels, if they ever existed, they are long gone from this decrepit world. Well then, what do you think happened, Claw? I've no idea, Tahira. I am but a simple swordsman. I leave the big questions to the esteemed lords and ladies of this world. So helpful as ever. Come, friends, it has been a long night, and we are finally free to make the climb to Bar Aid. I would have its stone walls between us and the enemy as soon as possible. Agreed, Hammer. Very well. This is one place I would happily never see again in my lifetime. You'll probably be in luck, Claw. I doubt any of us will be back here again. General Pharamond. Men, brothers, we stand here tonight to bid farewell to our fallen comrades. Bow your heads and let us remember. Lost is the soul that wanders in disbelief of its higher purpose, afraid to reach out for the company of others, lest they reject its advance. We are the only true company we will ever have in this life, yet we are separated. 1,000 years ago, a people dreamt of changing this. An empire rose upon that dream, a binding of human endeavor and thought that eclipsed individual needs. The Astral Empire, our namesake. Recall for a moment the events of our life. How many times have there been where you felt an inexplicable connection with someone? A bond with another to which words cannot do justice. This is the natural state of each of us. As human beings, we need each other. We want to connect with each other. It is who we are, but it is also a great weakness. Our minds create barriers to protect our hearts, but in doing so, they destroy everything that is good about us. Those barriers are fear. Fear of... what? Those barriers are fear. Fear of the new, fear of the other, fear of the unknown. The human who walks into the light, forgiving all, understanding all, accepting all, they will rise, golden in their glory. These are not my words, these are the words of the greatest minds of humanity's greatest empire. An empire that told us we must step forward and leave behind the restraints that limit us. It is the physical form that diminishes our purity. In the light we may live side by side, connected as one, beyond all temptation, beyond all reproach. So say the histories, so say the consuls, so say all who come before. It is an ideal, but not one that excludes or rejects the ideas of others. It is an ideal that reaches out to all that has come before and embraces it. Also wenn der so ein Sprecher wäre von so einer Armee, dann wären die Leute aber schon längst eingeschlafen. It holds those people and their ideas tighter than they have ever been held, and it is within our grasp. We are only held back by those who do not understand it, those who reject it. The men who lie behind me understood that. Their wives, their children who stayed behind in once great cities choked with the dust of a decaying world understand that. I have looked into your hearts and seen the fear that clouds your eyes. That fear is understandable. But beyond that darkness, I have seen light, light that bursts through any gap that it can find. Let go your fears and look at your fallen brothers. They died for us, for my future, for your future, for the future of our race. The road to Babylon has been a long one, but each step we take brings us closer to our final destination. Do not grieve for your fallen brothers. Thank them, fight for them, remember them. Then, on the day we have surrounded ourselves with the light, they will be born again amongst the stars, as they are in our memories and in our dreams. One last obstacle remains before we cross these mountains and begin our advance towards Babylon. The rebels who have dared to stand before us are cowering in their fort. We will show them the might of the empire they rejected. Walk in the light, my brothers, and retake what was promised you. Stellatus Victor! Stellatus Victor! So, jetzt kommen wir also nach Bar-Aid. Na, da ist noch eine Blockade dazwischen anscheinend. A tale worthy of my legend. Aha. Here at last. Look, a dawn has finally arrived. Those walls are a welcome sight, but why is there a fortress here, Baruti? It is a strange place to build one. Na, ist eigentlich ein ziemlich guter Ort. The Babylonians built it back when they were still a burgeoning empire. This is the only road that passes through this mountain range. By building it here, they controlled the trade between the east and west of the continent. Very sneaky. Sounds just like them, als wenn man das nicht irgendwie gemerkt hätte. Naja. They gave both Bar-Aid and the city of Everston to Tahira's people when they left these lands. Say what you will about the Babylonians of our time, but their ancestors knew how to build. It is a mighty fortress. In the 300 years since it was built, it has never fallen in battle. Then we cannot be the ones let it fall. My legend must not be tainted by such a failure. Calm, my love. Your legend has already been irreparably damaged by your vanity. I beg to disagree, my dear. My vanity is... Can you two please stop it with your idiotic jokes for just one moment. This is not the time. We've reached the fortress. Fantastic. But what next? We cannot take the road to Asmara, and we cannot stay where we are. We have barely 500 fighters left, and I don't know if I can even use my powers properly anymore. I can't see way out of this situation. We are trapped, and the jaws of our enemies are closing upon us. You have more than 500 fighters, Tahira. What? When your father led the Avestani army to our aid 20 years ago, he did not just rescue the claw and me, he rescued every citizen of Oran who was still alive. Oran did not forget that bond of friendship, nor did we. After the call for aid arrived from your father, it took less than a day for every woman and man who could bear arms to volunteer. Many youngsters and greybeards had to be left behind against their wishes. How many fighters do you think we have, Hammer? At last count it was about 2,000, Claw. My friends, I told you, Baruti, we have been here before. Last time it was Avestan who saved Oran. This time Oran will save Avestan, or we will die trying. I don't know what to say. Nor I, except to say that I'm sorry for my outburst. Forgive me, both of you. No, Tahira, never question your passion. If more rulers cared as much as you do about your people, then I doubt we would be in this position. I said it when I first met you, and I'll say it again. It is so very rare to meet someone who backs up their convictions with action, to meet someone who still cares. Do not lose that, Tahira, for once it is lost, it is very hard to recapture. Thank you both for everything. You have been good friends to my people and to me, even if you are both ridiculous people. Ha, I'd rather be ridiculous than boring. Worry not, little man, for you are both. We still have to decide where we will go next. I have given that much thought. We can take the northern roads. They will take us out of the path and of the invaders' army if they are making for Babylon. If they follow us, we can cross the Kabir spine. There is no way their army will chase us that far. It will not be an easy journey, but none of this has been easy, and we are still here. Crossing the Kabir spine. That would be a tale worthy of my legend. The few who've traveled there call it the roof of the world. It sounds like a good plan to me, Baruti. And to me, I see I should not have been worrying so much between you three. You had everything under control. That's what we are here for, Tahira, to help you lead your empire. I thank you for that, Baruti. Come, we've spent enough time looking up at those fort walls. I'd much rather be behind them. Aha. Okay, weiter geht's. Dann, was haben wir hier? The light shifts. It feels good to have the sun on my face again. It's been less than a day since I met you on the southern waypoint, Baruti, but it feels like an age ago. It was a very long night. It was. Perhaps I'm getting old. My sword arm aches. None of that, my love. We will decide when we are old, not our bodies. Everything looks quite orderly here, better than I was expecting. Who's in charge? Let's find out. Abdullah! I'm here, Lord Baruti. What is the situation, lad? We are moving the civilians and the supply wagons to the top of the pass. Most of the army and the Oranians are already there. How many civilians are there? I was told roughly 6,000, princess. That is good. Who is in command? Up there, I'm not sure. Down here, it's just been me, I suppose. I had help from lots of people. But you organized it yourself. Well, you had best finish the job. Get those civilians ready to move. I will, sir. Good, and Abdullah, when they leave, I want you to go with them. There's no need for you to fight in this battle. But sir... No, I will not hear any arguments. Now get back to work. You have a job to do. Very well, sir. I will see it done. Ha, he had a strange look in his eyes when he left. You were harsh to him, on him, Baruti. He wanted to fight. He's young, Hammer. There's no sense in sacrificing what's left of our youth to defend this place. If we weren't so reliant on your power, Tahira, I would ask you to travel ahead as well. Then let us be glad you are reliant on my power, Baruti, because I am not going anywhere. Why does that not surprise me? We must hold Bar Aid for as long as we can, but there will be no stopping their army. We'll have to pick the right moment to retreat. Well, at least we get to fight in the light of the day. Once the civilians have left, we should move our horses to the top of the pass. That way we can make a quick escape. They'll need feeding before we do that. I'll bet Iba down... Was? I'll bet Iba down for you, Tahira. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure I trust him with Iba. Very wise of you. That's really reassuring. Thank you, Baruti. I should go and see our defenses. Will you join me? Not yet. I want to see the situation down here with my own eyes. I'll join you on the wall when I'm done. Very good. It will do the people's spirits good to see you alive and walking amongst them. Assess the situation in Bar Aid. Apologies, Your Highness. There was a mishap on the stairs. You don't want to go up there right now. The claw. There's a mighty fine head of hair you've got here, Iba. Suspicious Winnie. I dare say, with a bit of my special wax, you'd have the pick of all these fine lady horses. Intrigued, but also disturbed Winnie. Go on. Your special wax, you say? Where do you source that from, Claw? Special wax? Who said anything about special wax? You did, a moment ago. I don't think so. You must have heard me talking about that barbarian's metal axe, right, Iba? Affirmative, Winnie. I don't believe either of you for a second. You'd better watch yourselves, because I'll be watching you. Hey, buddy, how are you going? Excited, Winnie. Toll. I see you later, okay? Happy, Winnie. Nothing to see here, Tahira. It's good to fight alongside Iranians again. You people, you know how to live. After the war with Atmaveth, I spent 2 months in the bars of Babylon drinking with my new Iranian friends. You youngsters should have seen what we got up to. Those were the days. I'll tell you what, if we somehow end up in Babylon at the end of this journey, drinks are on me, my friends. Men of Everston, you are the last line of defense for our people. They will look to you for leadership and you will provide it. We have a long road ahead of us. I've seen the best of you in the last few days and I expect to continue seeing that for our journey's duration. You are an example to our people. You are the protectors of our people. Carry that, not as burden, but as an honor. Dismissed. Abdullah's predicament. They can't just walk. Then have their parents help them. That's what I've been trying to get through your thick skull. They don't have any parents. What's going on here? Who the hell are you? That's Princess Tahira. Oh. It's alright, what's the problem? This idiot doesn't seem to be able to grasp that children can't walk for hundreds of leagues. Did I hear you say the children are orphans? Yes, Princess, I found them locked in a barn. The invaders killed their parents. I'll see what I can do to help. What's your name? Thank you, Princess. My name is Inaya. Well met, Inaya. I'll come back when I've found something for the children to write on. Try not to be too mean to Abdullah while I'm gone. I can't promise them anything. Muzat, Princess, please forgive the imposition, but Yunus and I were wondering if you could settle an argument for us. We've been through enough together, friends. You can ask me whatever you want. When we were at the southern waypoint, I told Yunus the story of you fighting and killing 14 bandits in Tarifa. I did not believe him at the time, but after fighting alongside you, I have no doubts that you did. But now I'm not so sure. I don't think you would have killed them, unless you absolutely had to. I thank you for your belief, Yunus, but Mas'at is right. I didn't kill them. They were just young boys and old men whose families were starving. I talked them down and they returned to their homes. No bloodshed was required. No, the first men I killed were the 3 of the invaders in the farmlands that bothered the wilds. I'm sure you made short work of them. I did. The first time you take a life stays with you, princess. It is a good thing, I think, because it means it still bothers you. Those are wise words, Musat. I must go now. Make sure you both get some rest. You are 2 of the few who are staying behind with us for the battle. We'll be ready to fight by your side, princess. Aye, we will. Risk. Ah, the magnificent princess. It is good to see you in the light of day. What can I do for you? Tell me about your family. I was very sorry to hear what happened to your family, Risk. It might help to talk about them a little bit, so it's not only you who is carrying their memory. That is very kind of you, princess, but I don't know where to start. What was your wife's name? She was called Aisha. Do you know what that means? No. It means to be alive. How did you meet her? It was the 25th year of my birth. I was returning to Mazdak after making my first journey to Babylon. I was still living with my parents at the time. As I passed through the gates of Mazdak, the salty smell of the sea air filled my nostrils and I looked up to the sky. A golden sun shone down upon my skin. I was home. Then my oxtail Sharazad, this was before Fatima's time, took my cart headlong into the merchant's stall. While I was apologizing profusely to the merchant, my eyes caught sight of a beautiful woman. Aisha, oh Aisha, my love. At first she would not consent to see me, but I returned every day for a year until she finally agreed to take a walk along the beach in my company. We were married 3 months later. I'm sorry, princess. It still hurts too much to talk about. Of course, Risk, I understand. I need your wagon. There are some children who need transport. Can you find room for them on your wagon? Of course, princess. I will look after them. Thank you, Risk. Anything for you, kind princess. Please tell me you found something to carry the children, princess. I found some... Where are your parents? You're young to be looking after those children by yourself. Where are your parents, Inaya? No idea, princess. I've never met them. You're an orphan? Sure am. It's no skin off my back. I've done just fine for myself without them. Besides, the streets of Everston weren't a bad place to grow up. The orphanages had bed for us most nights, and the merchants were easy to rob. Well, it seems I don't need to worry about you then. All the same, if you need anything, when we're on the road, come find me. I will, princess. Thank you. I found some transports. Send them with relief. Mal gucken, ob wir noch andere Optionen haben. Actually, on second thought, there might be another option. Iba. Hey buddy, how are you going? Excited Winnie. I need to help you to help some kids for me. I got a really important job for you, Iba. There are some children who need someone to ride on for the next part of our journey. Do you think you can look after them for me? Confident Winnie. Thanks, buddy. Did you hear, Debrand? We are to be sent away before the battle starts. I know. I already tried complaining to the Claw. He refused to listen. I will try talking to the Hammer. Don't bother. The answer will be no. There's no point, you young ones, being killed here. We need you to be leaders long after the Claw and I are gone. But Hammer! Enough. You will do as you're told, or you can spend the next few weeks digging latrines. Tahira, I'd offer to sharpen your stuff for you, but I don't think it would do it any good. You still have the energy to work as a blacksmith after the night we've had? I prefer to work before a big fight. It keeps my mind clear. What of you? Are you feeling well? You had a hard night? You don't need to worry about me, Hammer. I am ready. Good. We're going to need you. Okay. Da oben ist dann wahrscheinlich das Ende. Da haben wir noch eine Option. Ah, the magnificent princess, it is good to see you in the light of day. What can I do for you? Leave. Nix. I don't need anything right now. Come back anytime. Kein Princess. Dann schicken wir die mit Iba. Please tell me you found something to carry the children, princess. I found some transports. Let them use Iba. You can use my horse, Iba. Thank you, princess. See, was that so hard, Abdullah? Maybe if you'd stop yelling at me for even 1 second, I could have done something about it. Well, that's the signal to head north. We should get moving. Thank you for your help, princess. My pleasure, Inaya. Take care, Abdullah. Thank you, princess. I hope the battle goes well. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, Iba. Are you ready to go? Nervous Winnie. It'll be fine, I promise. I'll be with you soon. But if I'm not back quickly, I don't want you to come looking for me, okay? Distressed Winnie. Shh, it's okay, I promise. I'll come find you. I always do, remember? Scared Winnie. Courageous Winnie. Shocked Winnie. Haha. Cautious, optimistic Winnie. I love you, Iba. Loving Winnie. Okay. Seek out Baruti on the walls of Bar Aid. Ah, hier haben wir noch jetzt leere Fläche. Wir können aus dem Bildschirm laufen. Okay. The Claw hat er noch was zu sagen. It's a lot quieter here now. It must have been good to see your people alive and well. It was. It's been a long time since I've seen so many of them. The idea I was responsible for that many people used to terrify me. And now? Not so much. I know it's not going to be easy, but we're all we have left. If we don't stay together, it will be as if we never were. I suppose it's my sad duty to welcome you to the vagrant life. I'll say this for it, it's not boring. Though we still have one more battle to win before that life truly begins. Speaking of, I should go and see what Baruti is doing on the wall. Of course, the Emma and I will join you up there after, later. Hello, Tahira. You, I remember you. Stars fall screaming to the ground, the light shifts and the empire withers. Now an army looks to the heavens and a princess rises. Those were your words. They were. I watched you try to climb the mountain, but you carried your fear and guilt with you. You saw that. I cannot just forget the people I love and the things that have happened to them. I do not ask you to forget anything, only to accept your reality, the good and the bad. Let go of the things you cannot control. When you do that, you will find that you are free. Only then can you make your choice. What choice? You have opened your eyes, but you are not awake yet. The world spins, and we spin with it. My time here is nearly at an end. We will not see each other again. Wait! Why did the light shift? In the words you spoke to me, you said the light shifts. Why did it shift? What caused what to happen? Your question is on the correct path, but it is not for me to answer. I am merely the stuttering memory, or it is you who is the flickering flame. When you can answer that question for yourself, then you will understand much of what has happened to this world. Goodbye, Tahira. Don't go! I have so much more to ask you! Da ist der Typi, dann gehen wir einfach mal in die andere Richtung. Gucken wir mal, ob hier noch irgendwas ist. Nö. Okay, wieder zurück. Okay. Baruti! Ah, Tahira, I have to talk to everyone you wanted to. I have, Baruti. Everyone who isn't staying to defend the fort has left. It's just us now. Good, I want our people as far away from that army as possible. Agreed. Father brought me here once when I was young. I was so excited to be in the mountains. All I wanted to do was walk to the top of the pass so I could look down from the Babylonian side. Wenn die schon mal hier war, wieso kann die dann nicht wissen, dass das Ding vor 300 Jahren errichtet wurde? Oder habe ich da irgendwas verplant? I was so excited to be in the mountains. All I wanted to do was walk to the top of the pass so I could look down on the Babylonian side. To see the plains of Hadar stretched out beneath me, or even to see the Kabir spine, but father wouldn't let me. He marched me up the stairs of Barait and made me look out over Avestan. King Tariq, see that, Tahira? That is our kingdom. As the king, it is my responsibility to protect everyone who lives within it. One day, when you are queen, that role will fall to you. There is no point in dreaming of faraway lands. Your responsibility is to Avestan and no one else. It is not easy to be a ruler in this world, Tahira. It takes sacrifice. We belong to our people as they belong to us. I looked at him after he said that, but I could not read the expression on his face. I know what it was now. He was sad. It's strange. I was so angry at him for such a long time. Now I just wish he were here. I miss him too, Tahira. I'm sorry I left you alone with him, Baruti. It was selfish of me. I told myself I left because I wanted to help our kingdom, but really, I just wanted to get away from him. Your father became very difficult to live with in his later years. I do not begrudge you for your leaving. All young people need room to grow. Tariq and I were given that space when we were your age, but he did not give it to you. He was shocked by the destruction of Oren. We all were, but it was he who returned home to find a newborn daughter and a dead wife. He changed after that. He stopped looking out at the world with hope and only looked inwards. His decision-making became more conservative because of it. I have often wondered if he would have marched our army across the mountains to rescue the Oranians had he known what it would cost him. I still hope that he would have, but I am not certain. I think he would have, Baruti. Thank you, Tahira. Baruti, may I ask, did you know my mother well? I did. I spent a lot of time with her and your father in our youth. She was a fierce woman, Tahira, more than a match for your father. You often remind me of her. I wish I'd known her. She would be so proud to have a daughter like you, believe me. Thank you, Baruti, for everything. You have been a good friend to me. I could say the same, Tahira. Well, 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 what have we here? Two friends having an intimate conversation. Scandalous. Did you two get jealous? She knows us too well, Claw. Why should Baruti get all the laugh? Because of my vibrant personality and superior skill with the blade, Claw. I will pretend I did not hear you say that, Baruti. You've been keeping this lovely view to yourselves. They'll be here soon. And will be ready for them. Bla bla. Alle schweigen. Sehr schön. Alle schweigen noch mehr. So, Claw, tell me, why do they call you the Claw? Now, that is a story. Eigentlich eine Story, die ich gerade nicht hören will. It all began when I saved 3 villages from destruction at the hands of... He means the time we saved 3 villages from destruction. Of course, obviously, that was implied. It would have to be. It's known from here to Babylon that the claw's nothing without the hammer. Even I know that. Perhaps I should tell them how you came to be known as the hammer instead. I would not dare. I would. We fought through the night to save our people. Now we have one last battle before we are free of these monsters. They will try to scale the wall with their ladders. Do not let them take both of the towers. Or fight with heart. For every minute we delay them here brings our people a minute closer to safety. For Everston, for Oren! For Everston, for Oren! Okay. Puh. Und da kann man dann runter? Oder wie? Müssen wir dann mal beim nächsten Mal schauen, würde ich sagen. Prevent the Astral Empire from gaining control of both sides of the wall. Also das hier und das hier. Kill all enemies on the wall. All heroes must survive. Ja, da weiß ich im Moment nicht so wirklich, was man machen sollte. Aber das schauen wir uns beim nächsten Mal an. Bis denn!